Alrighty, I'm shooting at this in the same day. It's just that so much of information that I could not make a 30 minutes video out of this. So yes, this is the last and the final video where you're going to visualize. Now remember this is data visualization. You're visualizing the change about progress of minting. Like for the last 1 week we have just minted, tried to get our maximum returns, but the game is now more of burning more vis means that vis has to be in more demand rather than in more supply. So let's go to desktop scene, and again, before you do that, go to apollopegaxy.io and you check out this burn thing. So today, which is 23rd March, I know you're watching this in the future, but I'm making this video today. The burn ratio is more, so that's a good sign, because more and more vis is going to be exclusive. There has to be more demand. So minted is less, you will see burned is more. Yesterday again, burned was less, minted was more. So thanks to all those people, those who are helping this game by breeding their pegas. So good job on that. Now let's go and check out what happened 5 days before that update. So if I take update, last I tracked was 15th. This is the time where the update dropped. For me in Los Angeles, this was 15th. For you, it was 16th. So for me, it was 15th. So I tracked till 15th. So I'm taking 5 days before and 5 days after. That's how I'm comparing these drops and everything. Unfortunately, that drop allowed me to buy more pegas, and I had added 6 more because there was nothing else to do, like that was the best time to invest. So yep, I'm not going to disturb this. So this is taken from that. What is going on? Anyways, I will fix that later on. Now we're going to go for 5 days before 5 days, as win rate was a very big factor. These horses, stats did not matter at that time. They were like a 26%er, a 27%er, 28%er. This one was this was a 30%er back in the days. This was like a 27%er and 34%er. Now, to know the truth, let's check this out really with us, with everybody together. Okay, so yeah, it was a 28%er, 29%er, 27%er, 28%er, and a 30%er. So none of these were floor horses at all. And 5 days back, or 5 days before the update, they were doing their job as a 26, 27, and 28%er, which was they were averaging 266 FIS. More or less, literally everybody was averaging above 250. And that you can visualize through this data that literally everybody was averaging 250. And the 30%er was giving us more because it's a like a 30%er. So average vis at that time for a 30%er was 333. So those were the good days for minters, those who were minting a lot of vis. Now let's see what happened after the update. Well, after the update, you can see the average vis drops to by a lot. And to plot that, we have done before and after update. So before update, that 30 stat horse was 266 averaging. Now it's giving me 190 vis average. The horse pega that was averaging 261 is now doing 239. The 30%er, which was 333, is now doing 230. And the other two horses, again, you'll see some sort of change. So watch this. This is before update and after update. It's available for you, and you will see that before an update and after update, your total vis earnings will change. It also depends how many pegas you have. I only compared 5 because I had before the update, before the dip, I had only like 4 or 5, so I was not even tracking anything at that time. But then everything went down, and you always know that you always buy at the low, sell at the high. It was the sweetest time, and I had the amount of vis, so I burned those vis to USDT, and I purchased more pegas. And I did not want to breed at that time because I did want to make a video for a whole month of tracking this together. So putting this in conclusion, no matter what your win percentage is, no matter what or your stats is, standing in this present moment, again, I am not going to talk about future. I am not an astrologer or God himself that's going to talk to you about the future. I am talking about the present moment. You are going to see your win rate to drop. You are going to see your amount of VIS, total VIS to drop. You are going to see your average VIS to drop. This is supposed to happen. And this is just a data visualization of what is supposed to happen if things are falling normal or not. That was my whole purpose of making all those videos. And last week when I showed you theory, this week my job was to prove with data. I think that's it. My job is done for you guys. All of these charts are available for you to visualize. These charts, some are getting updated, some are not, but guess what's happening? I am going to update your ROI because now we have hit the bottom twice. So let's go ahead and check this out. And since we have hit the bottom, I can get you an average. And finally, there will be a true ROI that's going to be available for you. Like that you can use for your business, for your, earnings and stuff like that. So that document, which actually a lot of you guys downloaded, so thank you for, going through that. So this is going to be Google Docs. So this is the document that I was talking about, which is racing only, or I should write out mint only. Mint only. I think that's better of a word than racing only. Mint only. So I have not considered breeding as a factor of this. This is just mint, which means you're buying pegas as an investor, giving your manager and say that, hey, get me scholars, make sure they raise them. So that was how it was done. And as you can see, I have been updating this according to dates and everything. So last update was this done on 16th. So today is 24th. I am going to update this because there is a lot of infos available. And finally, we can talk about ROI. So for ROI, there will be another video. Stay tuned. That will be all from the channel. Please do share this. You don't have to subscribe. Just throw a like or something, because all of this hard work is done over a lot of time. And I probably am not even making what I'm supposed to make and all that stuff. I don't care about that. But make sure you have a very, very healthy lifestyle. That's pretty important for you. Make sure that you are not having stress out of this. Me going through all this data is one thing to show you what are the changes that's happening in a visual form to ease your stress. That's number one. Number two, remember this: more burn, less mint is what was their plan. And this plan is actually falling in track. Number three, stats will matter in the future. In the future, it will matter. It's coming up with the launch of their stadium event, which is supposed to be in Q2. But again, I am not an astrologer. I'm not God that's going to talk to you about the future and make you decide on something that is in the future. At this current moment, going through all of this, the best pega to pick up is a higher win rate and a higher stat. So higher win rate means that you're still going to make the same amount of VIS that you're making. Higher stat means that you're equipped for your future. If you're picking up zero breeds, that is another video. And in zero breeds, your only route to pick up zero breeds is going to be stats, stats, and stats. If you're picking up zero breeds, stats is your only strategy to attack that. So, and pick up anything that is 35 plus strats, but there is another video coming up for that. So stay tuned. At first, next week will be theories, and then we are going to prove in practical. So that's what this channel is all about. First week will be theory based, second week will be practical based. So goodbye. Stay tuned. See you guys on another episode. I'm out. It's a lot of work.